There is nowhere I feel safe. Nowhere. Do you know how it feels to have the President of the United States to target you?
The last thing before we go tonight, helping the helpers. We've been learning this week about the impact the big lie has had on dedicated public servants. Election workers, Shaye Moss and her mother, Lady Ruby Freeman, have described how they were targeted by Donald Trump himself and his angry mob. Many of us were moved by their wrenching descriptions of just how much their lives have changed and really been destroyed since then. About 6 months ago, in December, Lady Ruby described some of her experiences on a GoFundMe page. She wrote this in part, quote, "I've had several death threats, terrorist threats, people coming to my home. I no longer feel safe living here. All I wanted to do was support the country that I worked for over 20 years. I just needed a new beginning and a fresh start." And in the hours since yesterday's hearing, thousands of people are now pitching in a very big way. Lady Ruby initially asked for $30,000 in donations. Well, last night we checked, and she surpassed that by 200 grand. But here's the thing. Lady Ruby and her daughter should not have to fundraise and start over for just being a volunteer poll worker, an actual patriot. And there's another way to show your support for people like Lady Ruby and her daughter Shaye, and the many, many others who help our voices be heard every election day. As Actor George Takei suggested earlier today, the best way to honor Miss Moss and Lady Ruby is to become a poll worker. Pass it along. You can find out how to help AmericaVote.gov. It turns out any American can apply. And as the website points out, most poll workers do, in fact, get paid. But they never, ever, ever should get threatened for trying to do the right thing. So as Americans, help these two brave women. More of us can help in their mission to protect our democracy.